In this video, I'm going to show you how to sleep like a baby. Hi, my name's Eric. I'm a certified life coach, and I'm here to help you with all things about your health, fitness, diet goals. I want you to have a better lifestyle. So, do you have problems with falling asleep at night? Do you lie in bed for a long time, just wanting to count sheep, but you've lost track? Um, do you fall asleep, but then wake up a couple of hours later and you're lying awake, wondering when you're going to go back to sleep and getting frustrated and rolling over and over? Do you have to wake up in the middle of the night to pee and that wakes you up? These kind of problems we're going to tackle. I'm going to show you 4 easy steps to sleep like a baby. So stay with me. Let's talk about a couple things. First, I want to say that anything I say is just my opinion. It's not considered medical advice. Um, but I want to share with you what I think works for everyone and what works for me. Sleep is essential for healing, for brain health. Um, During the night, when we're sleeping, our body is working on, it's very busy trying to recover from everything during the day. And, I've thought, I've woken up in the morning, I thought, why in the world did I have that weird dream? Some people call them Kafka dreams. Why do I have bizarre dreams? But this is one thing your brain is doing during the night. It's trying to reorganize and to uh, recover from the day. And this is one reason why sleep is so essential for our brain health. Also, during the night is when our body is going to burn fat if we're taking the right steps for fat metabolism. That's the only time we're going to lose fat is at night. So a good night's sleep is essential for that. Also, mitochondrial repair takes place mostly during the night, and your mitochondria are the powerhouses to your cells. Um, and also, muscle building takes place while you're resting. And some people say, "Oh, I'm going to go to the gym and lift weights, and I'm going to build muscle." But what you're doing when you're lifting those weights is you're tearing down muscle. Then you need to rest those muscles, and that's when they repair and build to be stronger muscles. So, and that takes place mostly at nighttime. So here are some steps, 4 steps, and I'm going to throw in a 5th one as a bonus. Number 1, 3, 2, 1. If you can just remember 3, 2, 1, I think you'll be a real winner in this game. 3 hours before bed, you will halt all eating. No food consumption after 3 hours before bedtime. So, for example, I usually am turning my light out around 10 o'clock. So, at 7 o'clock, that's the latest that I can have dinner if I'm having a late dinner. Usually, my dinner is at 5 or 6 o'clock. But definitely after 7 o'clock, I don't eat anything else. And the reason for this is um, your body is using a lot of energy to digest your food, especially if it's protein. And I want you to eat a lot of protein, but it's going to take 3 hours for your body to process the food that's in your stomach. And then after that, your body will calm down. It'll be able to relax. You won't have to work so hard to digest your food. So that's 3. 2 hours before bed, you'll stop drinking. You're not going to drink any water. You're not going to drink any herbal tea. You're not going to drink a glass of wine. Nothing after that 2 hour mark. So again, in my example, go to bed at 10 o'clock. I mean, light out at 10 because that's when you want to fall asleep. After 8 o'clock, no more drinking. So if I need to get in one more glass of water before the end of the day, for health reasons, I'm going to drink that before 8 o'clock. And then you're going to make sure, that, at 9 o'clock, go to the bathroom and try to pee. And then right before you hop into bed, try to pee again. And the idea of this is so that you're not waking up in the middle of the night having to go pee. And this works for me. And my wife has seen great improvements too, as she loves herbal teas and she drinks herbal tea all day long. She'd rather drink that than water. I'm a water drinker. But she's found that if she does not drink after 8 o'clock, that and most nights she does not have to get up in the middle of the night to go pee. And I will tell you, last night she had a great night of sleep. She was exhausted and went right to sleep and woke up this morning and thought, I didn't have to get up and go pee. And she slept through the whole night. So I'm so happy for her that she's sleeping better. 3, 2, 1. One is an hour before bed, no more screen time. No more watching television. You're not going to watch the late night news. You're not going to watch the Johnny Carson show. I know it's not on anymore, but it was when I was a younger man. Um, you're not going to be on your phone. So an hour before bed, just park your phone, turn off the ringers, the volume, plug it in to charge it, and set it aside and forget it exists. This is an hour before bedtime. And the reason for this is all of these screens emit blue light. And blue light is the daylight light. When we go outside in the middle of the day, our body says, hey, blue light, I'm awake and I'm active and I'm doing things. But at nighttime, you don't want that blue light. The sun goes down and that's signaling to your body, hey, the daylight is dimming. It's time to get ready for bed. And this is when your body naturally starts creating melatonin because it's getting darker. So you want to eliminate those sources of blue light. So that's 3, 2, 1. 3 hours before, no more eating. 2 hours before, no more drinking. 1 hour before, no more looking at screens. And the phone is a hard one for me because like at the end of the day, I'm getting data off my phone to log because I like to keep track of everything. My calories and my protein and stuff like that. I personally need to remember to do that before 9 o'clock. So I'm not looking at my phone anymore after 9. Okay, number 2. In the morning, get outside and get this early sunlight in your eyes. That's the best time to get infrared light is in the morning hours. So if you can just go outside for 15 or 20 minutes and face towards the sun, hopefully it's not cloudy and you'll see the sunrise. But even if it's cloudy, get outside and get that morning sun. There are still some infrared rays that come through the clouds, and you want to get that into your eyes. That signals your, I want to call it your biorhythms of your body to tell you it's time to wake up. And your body has a cycle. So you go through the cycle every day. You start with, morning waking up. Your cortisol levels go up. Your glucose goes up. So all these things, it's to wake you up and to give you energy so you can get the day going. And getting that red light in the morning from the sun actually signals to your body, hey, it's daylight, it's time to be up, and in another 12 hours or so, it's going to be time to go to bed. Your body knows these cycles, so treat it well. Then in the middle of the day, um, now I love to walk in the morning, and that's morning sun. In the wintertime, I prefer a walk in the middle of the day when I'm getting the overhead blue light. But even if you choose not to walk at that time, again, um, go outside for about 20 minutes in the middle of the day and get that vibrant light in the middle of the day, even if it's cloudy. A sunny day is great, but that's signaling to your body, again, the rhythms of your body, that this is daytime, this is the time to be active, so that your body knows to set those rhythms so that when 8, 9 o'clock rolls around, your body says, okay, the cycle is going through. It's time for me to start shutting down. I'm going to start secreting melatonin into my bloodstream to make me sleepy. So, and then in the evening, um, light is critical in the evening, but not getting light, having an absence of light. So, in this day and age, we have electric lights in our homes. So I would say after 6 or 7 o'clock, turn off the overhead lights. And if you can, minimize the lamps that are on. You want light in the evening to be coming from the low sources. Um, think of before, when our ancestors, before there was electricity, how did they have light in the evening? Maybe they'd have a campfire. Maybe they'd have a fire in the fireplace. Um, they would light candles. But all these things were down low to the ground. And that's the way you want light to come into your eyes in the evening, because again, that's signaling to your body that it's getting time for melatonin, getting time to relax, to calm, and to sleep. So, if you have lamps that are high up on a pole, don't use those in the evening, after like 7 o'clock. Um, Try to get lamps that are lower. Also, if you can get lamps with red light bulbs, that would be helpful. I know nowadays, we're stuck with these energy saving light bulbs, um, but they emit a lot of blue light, and you don't want that. So the dim lights in the evening, we have dimmers like on our kitchen lights. You could use dimmers. So those are some ideas for you. Okay, number 3 is supplements. Um, I never used to take supplements and vitamins, but I really believe in them now. And that's a whole nother story. It's a whole nother video that I'll talk about supplements and why I think um, you should take supplements, especially as you're aging. So at bedtime, melatonin is safe. You can use it regularly, and they're all different doses of melatonin. You can get half a milligram, 1 milligram, 3 milligrams, 5 milligrams. I think in my night table, I have a 10 milligram melatonin supplement. I rarely take it anymore because I sleep well, because I've gotten my body into this rhythm of, um, of sleep. But melatonin is a great way to help you to feel drowsy. Um, it's not going to help you to stay asleep in the middle of the night, but if you take it a half hour before bed, just with a little bit of water, um, that will help you to feel drowsy. And what it's doing, the melatonin is going into your bloodstream, and this is where your body looks for melatonin to get drowsy and fall asleep. Magnesium is really essential uh, element, and I've talked about this before, and I'll talk about it again when I talk about vitamin D. But magnesium is a cofactor to vitamin D. I think you should take vitamin D at nighttime. Well, not at nighttime, but in the evening, preferably, with some fat in your food. The vitamin D will work better. But magnesium is really important to help the vitamin D work. And I recommend magnesium glycinate. It seems to be the type of magnesium that is easily absorbed and readily absorbed by your body. And magnesium will help you to sleep. Um, a couple other supplements that I use amino acids throughout the day. Um, and again, that's a whole nother subject. Um, my wife read a book because I was really moody. I've been moody all my life. My moods just go up and down and up and down. Sometimes through the day, sometimes one day I'm up, the next day I'm down. And this book was called, I think, The Mood Cure. And in another video, I'm going to talk about this at length. But um, amino acids are recommended to help with our mood. And I won't go into this in detail now, but the ones that I take in the evening are designed to help you to relax, to be calm, and to sleep better. And the primary one is called 5-HTP, and that stands for 5-hydroxy. It's going to come to me here in a minute. Tryptophan. So you've heard of, after Thanksgiving dinner, you eat lots of turkey, and the turkey has tryptophan in it, and you get drowsy. So I think people get drowsy after eating a feast anyway, whether it's turkey or ham or Brussels sprouts. But the tryptophan is known to make you drowsy. So 5-HTP, you can get it on Amazon. It's not expensive, and I take one at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then one an hour before I turn my light out at night. And I really believe in it. I think the 5-HTP amino acid has really helped me with my sleep. And another one I take with it is called GABA. I buy off of Amazon Pharma GABA, GABA. And again, this is another one that's supposed to help calm you, relax you. And I take them together at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Pharma GABA is more expensive, much more expensive than 5-HTP. So, if budget is a question for you, start with the 5-HTP and give that a try. You try it for a week or two and see if that helps you to sleep better. So, and item number 4, the environment. You want a cool bedroom. Now, we are kind of conservative about our heating our home. We keep our home at 69 degrees Fahrenheit. Um, but we have one of these smart thermostat things that you can actually schedule your heating system to turn on and off at different times. So I think about an hour before bedtime, our heating system gets the signal to drop the temperature to 66. So that way our bedroom is cooler during the night, and then around 7 in the morning, the heating system kicks back on to bring it up to 69. Boy, these modern conveniences are amazing, aren't they? I remember the day you'd have to run out to the living room and adjust the thermostat on the wall, but it's all done by computers now. So, a cool bedroom. Second item, a dark bedroom. Now, we live in town and there are street lights. Our next door neighbor on that side has I'll call it a spotlight. It's just a bright light outside their back door. It comes right through our bathroom window, and if our bathroom door is open, that light comes right into the bedroom. It's awful. So I close the bathroom door. We have shades that we pull on the windows to block out any light coming from the other neighbor and the street lights. Our room is not pitch black, but it's so much better blocking that light out. Um, I've heard people say, even your smoke detector with a little green light is too much light. Well, I think that's getting carried too far. And we have these eye masks that you wear at nighttime. Um, and again, you can get those on Amazon. They're great. They block out all the light. So, like when my wife's family comes to visit for a weekend or something, she likes to stay up late with them because they love to gab and talk at nighttime. Um, and, I close the bedroom door, but there's still light that comes, under the door. And I can see that when the lights are turned out. So I just put this, eye mask on and just blackens everything. My only complaint about that is I notice it on my face. It's there. So that's a little bothersome at first. And sometimes if I wake up in the middle of the night to roll over, I'll just take it off and throw it on the side. But that's helpful. Um, what else do I have here on my notes? Let me put my glasses on and see. Oh, and here's a really good idea. Because you want your room cooler, if your body will naturally cool down when you're sleeping, because that's what it does to help you to sleep better and to conserve energy for all these processes it's going through at night. So, if you have a sauna or a steam shower, hop on that like an hour before bedtime. Um, what I'm trying to say is get in that so that you're out of it an hour before bedtime. That way, you give yourself an hour to let your body start cooling down. And what your body is actually going to try to do when you heat it up in a sauna or a steam shower or a hot bath is your body is going to send a lot of blood circulating to actually cool your skin down. So what happens is after you get out of the sauna, your body's working and working to cool itself down. And this kind of gets the motors going so that by the time you're ready to get into bed, your body's already been working on cooling down. It's a great thing to help you to sleep better at night. Now, if you don't have a sauna or steam shower, just take a hot shower. Maybe for 3 minutes, get in it, make sure it's not just warm, but not too hot. You don't want to burn yourself, but get a nice hot shower. Again, like an hour and a half before bedtime. That way you get out, you dry off, and you brush your teeth and all that stuff. And then, an hour before bed, your body's now saying, "Ooh, I need to cool off," and I think you'll sleep better. So those are the four things I wanted to tell you about. And um, item number 5 is, you ready for this? Reduce stimulation to your brain. Computers and televisions and phones are very stimulating to your brain. It just gets everything firing in your brain all the time. This is why watching these devices stimulates dopamine and other things. Um, so it cut out the TV and the computer, the phone an hour before bed, um, because I don't know about you, and I'm sure you experience this too. But when I lay down at night, my mind is probably wandering. You know, hopefully I've had a good day. If I've not, if something unhappy happened, I had a argument or bad news or something with a member of the family, um, then we ruminate on these things. Um, and boy, I don't. I just ruminate right before bedtime. I start thinking negative thoughts. So you need to think positive thoughts, and then when your head is on that pillow, to eliminate thoughts in general, focus on your breath. And if you've never done meditation or yoga or anything like that, it's just a simple technique. So while you're laying there trying to fall asleep and your eyes are closed, you're breathing. And just think about your breathing. Think about your breath coming in, your breath going out. Focus on that breath. Just think about that. And that can help you to stop ruminating. If you wake up in the middle of the night and your brain starts firing like crazy and you're thinking about all the things you're going to do the next day, same thing. Just take a deep breath and focus on your breathing. And that should really help you to go back to sleep and get those thoughts all slowed down and calmed down. I hope this helps. Um, I want you to sleep like a baby. I know that I love it when I sleep like a baby. And um, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I hear my wife snoring. And I think, oh, I'm so happy that she's sleeping like a baby. And I roll over and I go back to sleep too. So, sweet dreams. Gently press that like button on the computer and be well.